Now hello, diary entry for the 16th of December 2015. Right, I just would like to warn you all, this particular blog post or vlog, considering it's a video, contains graphic content, well in terms of me describing it, etc. And possibly if YouTube allow it, and that I don't know, but it's not as grotesque enough, so it doesn't matter. But my point being is, it's of graphic content by means of self-harm. So I will continue on with what today turned out to be, right? It all started so possible because my dad and I were putting up Christmas lights for the garden, well his garden anyway, so that was no bother at all. However though, I was also due to hand in documents because my landlord actually, would you believe it, had left his part of the bargain collar, which is to sign up his aspect, which one of the requirements was to the landlord must fill out information, right? And that's one of the requirements. So because he gave that back when I was with my sister last night, I handed that back with the whole thing, with all the documentation, etc. And then I gathered over the past few days from my GP, the landlord which I said last night he gave back to me, and of course my bills. Nothing new there, you know. So then, and I then handed it to my mom, and I headed on to social welfare in King's Inn Street now. My new home, as I call it, you know. Technically speaking, right? Well, what happened, I never thought in me wildly that this would ever happen to me, as I'm about to explain. Making me more blinded than it is. So, as I'm about to explain, so I handed by the way, I should say, handed my stuff in, and I was getting impatient waiting around due to the security guys' management of the ticketing system. Now, what I mean by that is, I was number 46 in the ticketing system because it's just the security guy calls the number who's next for the community welfare officer, right? Now, I was number 46. He called out number 45 several times. There's no answer. Yet, somebody else went ahead of me, which I still don't understand. Because another guy behind me who was, I think, was a staff member, I'm not sure, he said, "Are you not supposed to be next, sir?" I said, "Yeah, I am." And I said, was it out loud or shouting like that? I said, "The guy is just fucking asleep." I said something like that. That's what I said. So then eventually I got to see the supplemental welfare officer, or community welfare officers, whatever, they've got so many titles. So when I got there in the end, the guy asked me, what payment am I waiting for? Because the way I understand, supplemental welfare allowance is an allowance that allows you to wait around. Now I'll try again. Is an allowance that this crowd pay you while you're waiting to get onto mainstream allowance, i.e. job seekers allowance, something that's permanent, job seekers allowance, disability allowance, etc. But my fella that I'm currently on injury benefit is not permanent. So that's what's making things arseways and very upsetting for me, as you'll understand it. Well, you probably know the majority, but this will get into detail as I actually found out. So he then suggested that I go on to disability now. That's very true. However, then he went to ask someone in the background, of which I didn't hear too clearly, but I did hear. I got visibly very upset, not crying or anything, but just watery eye. And the guy relayed the message back to me. He said that I should go back onto JSA, i.e. Job Seekers Allowance, but to get that, this one, to then on with but that's distracting me. Wait, still, no, what's my trying to say? Wait, sorry, yeah. He should get back onto Job Seekers Allowance, and to get that, I go to entry, which you go downstairs and out the door. It's basically the next building, which is on the corner of Parnell Street, and it's the new name for FOSS, okay? First Ocean Service, which is basically in English a job support service to help you look for a job in Ireland, maybe Northern Ireland, but definitely Republic of Ireland, okay? So then I went there and got my ticket number again, okay, and then my number was called by number 7 or 9, whatever, 9 I think in my case. And the woman, I asked, could I get a letter? Well, first, could I reopen my claim to apply for job seekers allowance? So she asked me for my PPS number. I gave it to her, and the woman then said to me, unfortunately, well, she just asked first few security questions. Made sure I was the guy, like my name, my address, and I think my date of birth. So it was okay, that's grand. So then she went on to further explain that in order for me to get back on the job seekers allowance, I must obviously tell my doctor that my back is sorted, right? And that I need a final certificate, I think they call it, right? Which, oh, they don't have with me, they won't let me give, but my point is that I get that, right? So then, armed with this information, I went back upstairs to the guy, got his brain, oh no, he called me, so that's why he thought he was at work early. So then I told him this, and he told me, here's a check of €372. Come back to him on Wednesday the 30th, because next week is Christmas week. Christmas Day is on a Friday, I think. Well, basically, public offices will be closed for the full week, apparently. Okay. So coming back, and with a letter from JSA stating that I have opened a claim or reopened, and that he'll pay me, while I wait my claim for the actual JSA. Now, armed with this information that was totally upsetting, I told Mom that I told her, brace yourself, alright? So thank you. So visibly, I was getting further upset with my watery eyes continuously. So with the check, or the check from the, the money yoke, I told something. I went to the bank in AB, which is my current bank, and in Drumcondra, where I live. Well, technically fair, but we're not going to argue with that, considering, So after that, I said to Mum in the car, on the way home to Griffith, where they live, that I'd do anything to have a sleep. Oh no, I think I said something. I'd die, no, it's very close to that. I'd do anything to have a sleep. I wanted to buy my sleep. That's basically what I was trying to say. So I held up one of my scarfies. No, that's not him. I'll show you guys my scarfie. Hang on a minute. Yes, she's funded. Okay. There it is. Hello there, sorry about that. So this is my scarfie. I want to do hold. So hold. Oh, alright. Now, my so my mother, poor old creator, actually thought I was gonna bite this leather, But also look at the beautiful texture. Now he's on about 9 or 12 euros, and he's using 14 pennies. He said, I think. And besides, if I were to eat all that, yeah, I think I'd be getting an operation tomorrow, because of the amount of fluff on it, and I don't tend to collect fluff in my stomach, Obvious reason, and a health reason more so. So moving on. So she said, oh no, don't you dare, is he too good, something like that, she said. So something like that. So then, we were just about near the home when I literally broke down crying. Very upset, and of course my sleeve stuffed in my mouth. This little fella. Now, he's not too bad now, but him, he got the majority of it, And so then when I came home, it was all, okay, and of course my sleeve stuffed in my mouth. Oh, precious. But it was just all getting too much for me, So when I came home up to their place, my mom got me a cup of coffee, and I continued to break down further. So I just don't know what's going on. But anyway, my sister and dad were outside doing the lights. They didn't know what was going on, I should say, not what to do. They didn't know what was going on. Mum comforted me, and herself was crying herself. She kept insisting that everything would be alright. And my issue is one word: stability. Now, the job seekers allowance is getting $265 for 5 years every week. End of. No questions asked. It's simple, right? Yet, in recent weeks, I basically live day or week to week. If I get what to do, I'm on cloud 9. If I don't, I'm in bits or whatever, right? Hence what's going on. So Dad gave me some more money to tide me over for the next few weeks. I was just so devastated, continued to be hysterically crying. So then I decided to get ready to meet my mate, seriously my mate, Brendan. However, when I got a message from him saying that due to the weather, he wouldn't be able to make it, because we were to meet in the outer to chat about. He kind of knows about this particular issue, so good chance probably chat about this particular issue, you know. So I went instead to plan on getting my sis's floppy doggy, which I'm going to show to you, and my new puppy called Kathleen, which is dedicated to my mother, considering I've never seen her that upset, because she was comforting me, and at the same time she was crying, because she just didn't know what to do, let alone what to say. But anyway, so then, let me see if I can show you himself. Of course, excuse me. Right? Now, that's himself now, a horse self. Meet Kathleen. Everyone, YouTube, everyone. Meet Kathleen. Kathleen, meet everyone. Like, alright? He's literally so floppy, I just don't know. That's technically what he is. He's called in the shop Bailey the Floppy Dog. But I'm calling him Kathleen, which is a female name obviously, dedicated to my mother. Alright? And he's so precious. Oh, oh god, that's so sore. So then, after that was the puppy I got for my sister and myself. I bought 2 of them. And however, it was a great stand-up. Listen, I'm warning you again, because I'm about to show you the actual incident I had. However, it was a great sense that I regret to inform y'all that due to my increased urge, that's what I was trying to say, not surges, urges, that I self-harmed in the shower with a Swiss Army knife, which, let's see if you can see a bit of it. Kinda, you see the lighting, not the best one. That's him there, alright? It's a bit more itchy, more so than paining, so it's not too bad in that regard. So then, I basically scarred or scratched Lori with the knife, of course, until there was a bit of blood, which there's a bit, not much. So then I continued at it, right, because I wasn't getting any satisfaction, if you know what I mean. Hardly sex, but anyway. So I said that already, and then I continued, okay. So basically, of course, and I bit the skin to make it bleed, right? Now, basically, I actually did that back in Romania when I was in the orphanage, and it doesn't my habit, I did okay. And I remember that when I bit on the skin, the matron or the matron, whatever they call themselves, I used to bite on the skin, and she gave me a cloth, a comfort rag or something, right? Hence where the sleeve came about, because the sleeve is kind of right, the panning, you know? So then, I got dressed, went to get Floppy and Kathleen, which I just showed you, and then I headed back to my sister to deliver her Floppy. And then I headed on to Upart, and we had a bit of a chat, told him about what was going on, because he'd seen the post on Facebook, you see, and he was worried about what was going on. So he asked that I meet him, and I did. And then it was great to see him after apparently a month is the last I saw. However, as he had brought was now a trigger, i.e. the self weapon in question, I said I was further. Well, now with knife, but apparently I learned recently a Swiss Army knife in your possession on a public street is actually against the law. So I just literally bit on it without anyone looking at me, because I did my piston then. I was doing it with my hands, like washing it or whatever, and then I did the actual self-harm again. So in terms of biting the injury. And I said to myself, God, I could get used to this, you know? So I had done this previously in the shop, but the biting in question occurred in the bathroom. I must be referring to both incidents, right? So then afterwards, I headed back to my sister to collect my Catley and headed on back home. And basically, that's basically what happened for the whole day. Wasn't my brightest day in total, but as it happens, tomorrow the 17th, which happens to be my dad's birthday, will be actually, my mother and I will be actually going into such weather again. Even though I did tell you I'd be going in on Wednesday the 30th, which is when this day fortnight, couldn't be week, is it? That's right, yeah, this day fortnight, right? And instead of waiting until then, I'll be going back to the guy tomorrow, and I just don't know what lays ahead of me. That's all I can do. There's no point giving you bull or lies or whatever, because I just do not know what to do, or what to say more so. So, with the help of God, please pray to God that things will actually work out. Alright? So I'll see you all soon tomorrow, and sweet dreams y'all, alright?